idea that is they're going to a country they've never seen before. You can imagine, 5 years old.
Attention shit talkers, YouTubers, and assholes around the world. Welcome to the final debate on ST2.0 news. We're going to bring it to you from beginning to end. I come in a little late. We had a football game tonight, which I made a video on earlier. I'll update you after this video. So let me go ahead and start this back over. It's about over right now. For anyone who's missed the presidential debate, let it be known that I'm doing it live right now on Shit Talkers. If anybody's in here, go into Shit Talkers 2.0 and tell them to come and watch the debate live. So I gotta see who won.
When I make any event.
4 hours fucking long? No. Where's the Potus and Biden? Who gives the fuck's going on? God, what a pre-debate. Here we go. I guess it is.
Do not understand consequences.
This is O'Reilly. Well, listen to O'Reilly. He knows his politics, sports. And I know weightlifting.
I agree. The hatred for Donald Trump.
Thank you, my queen, for blessing me with your presence, Mrs. Shit Talker.
Economic. William, thank you, William. Bill, the people who say the people who are going to crash the country live in the same place we all do. What's their plan to survive? Especially on the riding and moving forward. But we've seen what happens in progressive run cities. And it's been widely reported. So the folks are going to just have to make the determination. Bill Biden's not going to stop that. Linda, I hope Donald Trump is not saying the same part. We're the greatest economy, and I stopped China and I said and did a day on Thursday. I'm not, I think that will happen. But you can't make the president has that.
All right, we gotta get to the beginning of this.
When you say Trump could lose the election because of COVID, it's the way the nation media reports on it.
All right, Bill, I love you, buddy. Give me the debates. I've been waiting all night to get here to watch this. There they are. All right, guys, we're about to go live with the debate. Big case double X knife. That could have been Joe Mannix's big fucked that up. Him and Granny Gross, letting Granny Gross get the big head. Way to go, Uncle Joe. Oh, no lady said, fuck you, Granny Gross. You are a grandmother no more.
No, you're fucking
A group domestic
You're
terror.
not.
I don't know what that means, yeah, Granny. You're the opposition, yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Actually, it's that Crowley chick that talks her into all that. That's exactly right.
The country is heading into a dangerous new phase.
Yes, it is.
40,000 Americans are in the hospital with COVID record numbers here in Tennessee.
Her daddy, Granny.
Last shared a stage.
Yeah, get in here. It's time to get smoke us with the Potus. The goat.
You ever become an
1.2 million people modeled out were expected to die. We closed up the greatest economy in the world in order to fight this horrible disease that came from China. It's a worldwide pandemic. It's all over the world. You see the spikes in Europe and many other places right now. If you notice, the mortality rate is down 85%. The excess mortality rate is way down, much lower than almost any other country. And we're fighting it hard. There is a spike. There was a spike in Florida, and it's now gone. There was a very big spike in Texas. It's now gone. There was a very big spike in Arizona. It's now gone. And there are some spikes and surges in places. They will soon be gone. We have a vaccine that's coming. It's ready. It's going to be announced within weeks, and it's going to be delivered. We have Operation Warp Speed, which is the military is going to distribute the vaccine. I can tell you from personal experience that I was in the hospital. I had it, and I got better. And I will tell you that I had something that they gave me, a therapeutic, I guess they would call it. Some people could say it was a cure. But I was in for a short period of time, and I got better very fast, or I wouldn't be here tonight. And now they say I'm immune, whether it's 4 months or a lifetime. Nobody's been able to say that. But
no, it's just about 4 months. I've had it 3 times, Trump.
Getting better. We have.
We'll get sick again for years now. Trust me, bro. We'll come back and get you again. I've had it 3 times.
But I've been congratulated by the heads of many countries on what we've been able to do. With the, if you take a look at what we've done in terms of goggles and masks and gowns and everything else, and in particular ventilators. We're now making ventilators all over the world, thousands and thousands a month, distributing them all over the world. It will go away, and as I say, we're rounding the turn, we're rounding the corner. It's going away.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It's gone away. It went away a long time ago, right when we figured it out. It was political, and it didn't kill, but not, it killed 0.1% of people.
You hear nothing else I say tonight. Hear this. Anyone who's responsible for not taking control, in fact, not saying I take no responsibility initially. Anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as president.
He wasn't responsible. You said you
were
were
in a situation where there are.
he was going to China at this time. He was the one that told Trump not to fucking do the travel ban. He was a xenophobe, which I still haven't figured out what a xenophobe is. He said Trump was a xenophobe. Trump's writing that down or taking a mental note of it right now. He called me a xenophobe.
Very low rate. We're starting from a very high rate. The expectation is we'll have another 200,000 Americans dead between now and the end of the year.
Another 200,000 dead between now and the end of the year, Steph.
We could say
Joe Biden's lost his mind. We've only lost 200,000, 250,000 since it broke out.
No plan, no comprehensive plan. What I would do is make sure we have everyone encouraged to wear a mask all the time. I would make sure we move in the direction of rapid testing, investing in rapid testing. I would make sure that we set up national standards as to how to open up schools and open up businesses so they can be safe.
Hey, breaking news, breaking news. They've already figured out how to open up schools, dumbass. Schools are open. Well, I don't know about near liberal New York or nothing, but everywhere else is in school, you big dumbass. Do you seen Paul Pierce phone?
I will take care of this. I will end this. I will make sure we have a plan.
President Trump, I'd like to follow up with you in your comments. You talked about taking
Where's my truth at?
Regeneron. You also said a vaccine will be coming within weeks.
It's got your little ring thing on the back of it.
Well, it's not a guarantee, but it will be by the end of the year. But I think it has a good chance. There are 2 companies, I think, within a matter of weeks, and it will be distributed very quickly.
See if anybody wants to hear the truth.
Johnson & Johnson is doing very well. Moderna is doing very well. Pfizer is doing very well. And we have numerous others. Then we also have others that we're working on very closely with other countries, in particular Europe.
Let me follow up with you, because this is new information. You have said a vaccine is coming soon within weeks now. Your own officials say it could take well into 2021 at the earliest for enough Americans.
But it don't matter.
And even then they say that
if 1 million people get it,
into 2022.
Less than 1% dies from it. It's less deadly than the flu and pneumonia. You bunch of pussy-ass liberals.
Lined up, one in particular, that's the head of logistics. And this is a very easy distribution for him. He's ready to go as soon as we have the vaccine. And we expect to have 100 million vials as soon as we have the vaccine. He's ready to go.
Yeah, that's my president. That's y'all's president, too.
They would definitely agree to take a coronavirus vaccine if it was.
I ain't taking no damn vaccine. It don't kill you. That'd be retarded.
In a vaccine, if it were
make me grow 3rd arms and legs and start voting liberal.
The science will see it, know it, look at it. go through all the processes. And by the way, this is the same fellow who told you this is going to end by Easter last time. This is the same fellow who told you that, don't worry, we're going to end this by the summer. We're about to go into a dark winter.
Ooh, a dark winter. You hear that, everyone? A dark winter. No sunlight this year.
Available for the majority of the American people before the middle of next year.
President Trump, your reaction, he says
I
you have
don't
no
think we're
plan.
going to have a dark winter at all. We're opening up our country. We've
Dark
learned and
winter.
studied.
What
and
idiot.
understand the
Gloom and
disease,
doom,
which
Joe.
we didn't at the beginning. When I closed and banned
We need a
China
president that has confidence, that instills confidence in the American people that fucking world isn't ending. Trump's trying to tell us the world isn't ending. The Democrats and Sleepy Joe want to say the world is ending. The world is ending.
He was months behind me, many months behind me. And frankly, he ran the H1N1 swine flu, and it was a total disaster.
Total disaster.
But it was a total disaster. Had that had this kind of numbers, 700,000 people would be dead right now. But it was a far less lethal disease. Look, his own person who ran that for him, who, as you know, was his chief of staff, said it was catastrophic. It was horrible. We didn't know what we were doing. Now he comes up and he tells us how to do this. Also, everything that he said about the way every single move that he said we should make, that's what we've done. We've done all of it. But he was way behind us.
Damn right, like months. That's because he's in bed with fucking China. I would like to see Trump asking, Trump, why did you say, Biden, why did you say that we shouldn't ban from China? Where the damn disease was coming from, you know what I mean?
What exactly the source.
Did you have millions of dollars invested in that?
He said, no, he's being transparent. The president of China is being transparent. We owe a debt of gratitude. We have to thank him.
What?
And then what happened was we started talking about using the Defense Act to make sure we go out and get whatever is needed.
What, Biden? We should thank Biden. You heard that, America? Biden said we should thank China. You hear me? You heard that here first. That's going to be everywhere. I'm going to edit the shit out of that. You hear me, Steph? You hear what he just said?
Come on. There's not another serious scientist in the world who thinks it's going to be over soon.
President Trump, your reaction?
I say over soon. I say we're learning to live with it. We have no choice. We can't lock ourselves up in a basement like Joe does. He has the ability to lock himself up. I don't know. He's obviously made a lot of money someplace, but he has this thing about living in a basement. People can't do that. By the way, I, as the president, couldn't do that. I'd love to put myself in the basement or in a beautiful room in the White House and go away for a year until it disappears. I can't do that. And Kirsten, every meeting I had, and I'd meet a lot of families, including Gold Star families and military families. Every meeting I had, and I had to meet them. I had to. It would be horrible.
That's because that's what a real president does.
You know, this is dangerous. And
Stay. Do me a favor.
I caught it. I
learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
Yeah,
Great doctors, great hospitals.
Yeah.
And now I recovered. 99.9 of young people recover. 99% of people recover. We have to recover. We can't close up our nation. We have to open our school, and we can't close up our nation, or you're not going to have a nation.
And of course, the CDC has said young people can get sick with COVID-19 and can pass it. Vice President Biden, I want to talk broadly about strategy, though.
Can I respond to that?
30 seconds, please, and then I have a question.
No, number one. He says that we're learning to live with it. People are learning to die with it. You folks home will have an empty chair at the kitchen table this morning. That man or wife going to bed tonight and reaching over to try to touch out of habit where their wife or husband was, is gone. Learning.
He's getting ready to touch little kids. He's getting ready to say touch little kids, and he said, why?
He never said. You said it's dangerous. When's the last time?
Damn it, where's the other phone at? I'm through ring on the back of it. No, you can give me Paul Pierce.
You say,
Is this Paul Pierce? Where's the ring? This is my new phone.
It's China's fault. They kept it from going into the rest of China for the most part, but they didn't keep it from coming out to the world, including Europe and ourselves.
Vice President Biden.
The fact is that when we knew it was coming, when it hit, what happened? What did the president say? He said, don't worry, it's going to go away. be gone by Easter. Don't worry. Warm weather. Don't worry. Maybe inject bleach. He said he was kidding when he said
Drink
a lot of
bleach.
people was serious. A whole range of things the president has said. Even today, he thinks we are in control.
We are in control. You ain't in control of it. Your bowels or anything, so you just need to shut up.
Perhaps just to finish this, I was kidding on that, but just to finish this, when I closed, he said I shouldn't have closed.
He did, because he's in bed with China.
What Nancy Pelosi said the same thing. She was dancing on the streets in Chinatown in San Francisco.
True story.
When I closed, he said, this is a terrible thing. You're xenophobic. I think he called me racist even.
Yeah,
and
he did.
I was closing it to China. Now he says I should have closed it earlier.
He don't know what the fuck he's talking about or doing.
I talked about the xenophobia in a different context. It wasn't about.
Oh, let's hear it. Okay, let him talk.
Coming to the United States.
Explain yourself. No, explain yourself. Follow-up question, journalist.
That's obvious.
Do you want to respond to that quickly, Vice President?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about your different strategies toward dealing with this. Mr. Vice President, you suggested you would support new shutdowns if scientists recommended it. What do you say to Americans?
He's going to let scientists run America. He's an idiot. Scientists are in bed with drug companies, you fucking dumbass.
Outweighs the risk of exposure to the virus.
What I would say is I'm going to shut down the virus, not the country. It's his inaction that caused the country to have to shut down in large part. Why businesses have gone under, why schools are closed, why so many.
No, schools are closed because of you and the union, dude.
Those other concerns are real. That's why he should have been, instead of in a sand trap at his golf course, he should have been negotiating with Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats and Republicans about what to do about the acts they were passing for billions of dollars to make sure people had the capacity.
But you haven't ruled out more shutdowns.
Well, no, I'm not shutting down today, but there are, look, you need standards. The standard is if you have a reproduction rate in a community that's above a certain level, everybody says, slow up, more social distancing, do not open bars and do not open gymnasiums, do not open until you get this under control, under more control. But when you do open, give the people the capacity to be able to open and have the capacity to do it safely. For example, schools. Schools, they need a lot of money to open. They need to deal with ventilation systems. They need to deal with smaller classes, more teachers, more pods. And he's refused to support that money.
Teaching shit talkers, you too, some fellow assholes all around the world. Welcome to the presidential debates. Live on Shit Talkers 2.0 TV. Follow us on YouTube.
Democrat governors, Cuomo in New York, you look at what's going
Follow us on YouTube.
They're committing suicide. There's depression, alcohol, drugs at a level that nobody's ever seen before. There's abuse, tremendous abuse. We have to open our country. You know, I've said it often, the cure in time. We ought to be able to safely open, but when they need written, you need to be able to, for example, if you're going to open a business, have social distancing. Then take testing rapidly and know whether a person is in fact infected. You need to be able to trace. You need to be able to provide all the. We're going to make sure that we open safely. And by the way, all you teachers out there, not that many of you are going to die, so don't worry about it.
Not that many of you will die.